Welcome, foolish mortals, to a non-Disney related video. I am your host, your ghost host, here to tell you guys a little bit about myself in terms of guilty pleasures for Halloween. Now, I know it's only June, but for ghosts like us here at the mansion, Halloween is just around the corner, and it is probably our absolute favorite holiday, right next to Christmas when Jack decides to pop in for a visit with all of his friends. I am one who tends to stick with tradition when it comes to the Halloween season, and I tend to do the same thing every year, probably around the time with December or late August, all the way into October. Haley and I, my ghostly future bride, always tend to do the same thing, and that involves going to the pumpkin patch, stopping by Starbucks for the occasional pumpkin spice latte, which, yes, I'm sorry, I am one of those. I am a basic white ghost. We tend to have our own little traditions, and I am one of those ghosts that will actually go all out and even take the day off of work to actually stick with some of these traditions, and I'm going to go over those traditions with you here and see if maybe they match up with your traditions, or maybe even give you an idea of what to do. But typically, my day starts off, let's say we're going to go ahead and just skip through September and start at the very beginning of October. What I do is I end up taking that day off of work. I get up early with the fiance, I help her get ready for work and send her on her way, and then I go ahead, say goodbye to all the lovely animals within the mansion, hop in my vehicle, or my doom buggy, and go to my first location, which typically is a coffee shop, to get a small pumpkin spice brew of some sort, usually frozen, because I do like the frozen drinks. And I will go to one of many locations. Typically, I like to stop by Target, which unfortunately this year I will not be participating in due to some changes with Target's policies that I'm just not a huge fan of in terms of recording videos and all those things, as I did used to have a YouTube channel, or I do still have a YouTube channel called Brooding Gamer, which focuses on Jurassic World content, and I would go to Target to do a lot of Jurassic World toy hunts, and most of the time when I was going in there, a lot of filming was just being interrupted by people saying that it was inappropriate to be doing so. So I will no longer be filming in Targets, but I will stop by Target, check out their Halloween decorations, because they do tend to have some very nifty Halloween decor each year. They have their own little cartoony yet spooky flair, and it's something that an old ghost like me can tend to appreciate. Going on from there, I will tend to go to one of my favorite Halloween shopping centers, and that is Michael's. Yep, you thought it was going to be Spirit Halloween. Well, that comes up here soon. But Michael's tends to be one of my favorite locations to shop at, for the sheer fact that they always have some very nifty decor. One of my favorite style of Halloween is the old Beistel, or however I believe it's Beistel, that you would go, and this is a lot of things that our parents would have had, or our grandparents would have had. When I was still alive and as a young child, have fond memories of my grandmother and grandfather putting out the old Beistel blow mold light ups that went in the windows, and it was a little jack-o'-lantern man with overalls and a little cat sitting on a pumpkin. If any of you else, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. If any of you remember having these types of items growing up, or if you're even that old to remember anything like this, let me know what all types you had. There was all sorts of different little spooks and specters when it came to the old Beistel decor. My favorite, of course, being the cat on the pumpkin. Now these days they do have some decent faithful recreations of these characters, but the old vintage Halloween style is one of my favorite things to look for. So I tend to look at Michael's for those, because they are one of the few stores that has those particular types of items. There are other locations around the Ohio area, such as Fairborn, which is home to the town where Halloween never sleeps, Foy's. They have a store named Foy's, and it is a huge costume shop that is open year-round. They have a huge prop shop across the street from there, and we will be doing a really cool video here soon. Hopefully, I have sent out some questions for the owner of these stores, who pretty much owns that entire street, to see if he would allow us to depart the mansion and come and do a few interviews with him and the shoppers or the shop owners around that area, which I am hoping is a thing that can come into fruition. I'm very excited for that. But anyway, I will also tend to take a venture over there with some of my fellow ghostly friends just to see what new decor and props they have and new costume ideas that they have littered around that area. I will then tend to go ahead and, if I have made any purchases for the day, come home to the mansion and begin to decorate. Now, I don't just decorate without a little bit of ghostly mood music in the background. So what I like to do is I like to venture back to my childhood, back when I was alive, and listen to Mickey's Haunted Halloween, or whatever it's called. I've got the picture on screen. But the little music sing-along that I grew up with as a kid, with the old VHS, with the orange VHS box, which is probably on screen now. I used to listen to that on repeat. I'm pretty sure I destroyed that VHS because I loved it so much. We ended up finding a DVD of that on eBay, and I am eager to probably place that order here soon and have that shipped here so I can have it on my shelf with my little Halloween section. But I will listen to that in the background, and it is awesome that one of my favorite Disney YouTubers, Disney Dan, has that uploaded on his channel, and there's going to be a link to his channel in the description below. But he has that he tends to upload all of the music videos for the old VHS sing-alongs. That it's everything. They've got the beach party, they've got the camping, they've got Animal Kingdom, Bare Necessities, they've got it all. He is very, very high quality Disney YouTuber who does amazing things. So definitely go check him out in the description below. I will tend to listen to that in the background, and I will munch on some of my favorite Halloween candy, and that is the Witch's Brew Kit Kats. They're like a marshmallow flavored. They're absolutely amazing. I love the taste. They also have some vanilla cream. Actually, I think they're marshmallow cream flavored. And then they're green and they taste really good. I am absolutely in love with them. And then you also have this very random, and I do apologize, but they're like strawberry bonbons. They're super random, but I used to get those too at the same time till all my teeth started falling out once I started to decay, and then now I just have to eat soft things. But anyway, I tend to listen to that in the background while I decorate the mansion, and will sometimes, even in my olden days, had a tradition where I and my father would stay up till late early hours of the morning, and we would decorate the house for Halloween so that when the kids drove by on their school buses the next day, they would now see a yard filled with spooky and Halloween decor when it wasn't there the day before. I think that's very cool. I just rhymed, and not even intentionally. But that is just a few little ideas for you guys of what I do as my Halloween traditions. There, of course, are several more, but my favorite thing to do is definitely go shopping early in the morning, check out all the Halloween decor. We may even do a little bit of Halloween decor shopping on this channel if you folks would like to see such things. I also have started dabbling in a little bit of cooking, so I would love to try some Disney delicacies and share them with you here on this channel. Let me know if you guys would like to see us open up the mansion's kitchen for some spooky delicacies and fan favorites throughout the parks. We will do our best to recreate them. But that is another thing I love to do during the Halloween season. That is experiment with food. I will cook many things. I will try different things and add spooky flair to them. So I think it's very cool to have a little fun in the kitchen, to experiment with new foods and new flavors. So I did forget to mention one particular place that I love to shop, and that is Spirit Halloween. I truly wish that they had a year-round Spirit Halloween here local, but as of a few years ago, they started carrying Haunted Mansion items, and that is where I got extremely excited. I have made a few purchases for the mantle this year already, and those are now sitting in our living room waiting to be put up. I've so tempted to put them up now, but I am going to save a year-round decor from when I'm able to start designing my office to look like the Haunted Mansion. But that is where I'm going to go ahead and end this video here. I have gone over with you guys some of my favorite things to do during the Halloween season. And I know, again, it's in June, but like I said, for us spooks, it's coming quicker than you think. So anyway, if you guys would like to share your Halloween traditions in the comments below, I and us spooks at the mansion would love to hear what you guys do every year. Or do you have any traditions at all? And if not, what traditions would you like to adopt? I think that it's always fun to try new things if you have not tried them at all. So I implore you to look at my list and try some of it yourself. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed this traditions video, and I will see you all in the next video.
Ah, there you are. I see you made it to the end of the video. We quite enjoyed having you with us. Please remember to possess the subscription button. We are dying to see you again. Oh, and don't forget to bring your death certificate.